Despite having lived in Japan for almost a year now, recently my mind has resided firmly in the US prison system. Why, you ask? Well, even though my commuting time and time before bed should probably be spent studying Japanese, I've instead been unable to stop watching former prison inmates on YouTube.
There is no reason for you to let another man take your butt cheeks against your will. Pull his off, bust his do the squeeze, but do not allow motherfucker to punk you out of your butt cheeks.
Guys who've done their time, got out, and have now decided to share their stories with the world. It started off as a kind of a morbid curiosity, putting myself in their shoes and wondering how long I'd be able to survive, if at all.
Everyone's on the floor, the cops are screaming, and this fool is still pumping this 10-inch knife into this fool's chest.
But then it turned into a fascination and ultimately, believe it or not, a real admiration. That's because these men possess something that I still, to this day, fundamentally lack. A genuine appreciation for day-to-day life.
Guess where you're at, motherfucker? You're in the now. You're in the now where you're most powerful.
We're going to keep it 100. We're going to keep pushing our positive agenda.
You know, despite having experienced some pretty substantial lows in my life, it still seems that I pay very little attention to the highs. And through spending all this time with these guys on YouTube, it's occurred to me that I have hardly any gratitude for being alive and in the free world whatsoever. Does a guy like me even deserve the life that he has? Well, I decided that it was time to earn it. But how?
This is the key to controlling yourself. You can control your fucking food. If you can never miss a workout, you'll center yourself more to when you step into your growth process, you're in a positive mindset.
Step one seemed clear enough. I was finally going to have to address the problem that's been hiding beneath cleverly fitted clothing for most of the past 15 years. The state of my body. Described by my Japanese friends as a turtle without a shell, my torso has taken on the shape of a candle that has begun to melt. This is because for a very brief window around 2014, I actually did build a good amount of muscle, which unfortunately now has retained its mass but not its shape. My once firm chest has begun to sink, as if bowing in shame. I knew that confronting this would mean saying goodbye to the things that meant the most to me. My personal bottles of liquor at my favorite shops, 1,500 calorie bowls of ramen, 7-Eleven rice balls, and of course, takoyaki. Who would have thought something called fried octopus balls would ever be so hard for me to part with? And depriving myself of all of the above would satisfy probably 90% of the mental strength needed to turn my life around. The actual working out I already kinda liked from being healthy once. That is, except for the cardio. Enter the bicycle. A tolerable way for me to get my heart rate up, but not without its own set of challenges. Because when it comes to potentially turning into a bicycle guy, I'd almost rather just be unhealthy for the rest of my life. But so be it. Deprivation of pleasure and riding the bicycle. These will be the DJ Khaled keys to turning my life around.
We know exercise fulfills us. Never seen a person get a hard workout and be like, "Fuck my life, that was shit, it was a waste of time." This tells you what you must do in life.
At the time of this video, I've already gone 12 days without alcohol, logged some serious mileage, and I'm already comfortably wearing my belt at the next tightest loop. Will I truly benefit mentally from this physical overhaul? Or will I achieve my fitness goals only to rebound into a darker, more pear-shaped nightmare than before? Only time will tell, but for now, there's only one thing I plan to do, and that's keep putting in that work.